One Sandy Hook truther named Joe Jones, he's offering up $25,000 as a reward for anyone who can prove that Sandy Hook actually happened. Well, this truther, a native of Franklin, Kentucky, laid out his rationale in a YouTube clip. Take a look.
But Sandy Hook was fabricated by somebody who decided, oh, we're going to do a school shooting, and all of the fake actors who play out the parts of all of these victims are going to become filthy rich.
He's wanting, quote, irrefutable proof that the shooting was real, not a conspiracy. What do you make of this, Nick? Taking onto YouTube, he only has 11,000 hits on this video. But to say that something like this didn't happen, he's not linking it to what you would think other conspiracy theorists would be linking it to, which is gun rights and the Second Amendment being challenged by some underlying conspiratorial issue, linking it to President Obama. He's saying these were paid actors who did it for the money. What?
Ridiculous. I mean, this guy is just looking for some attention. He's just another fat guy sitting in his house with his man boobs talking about whatever he wants into his webcam so people could start talking about him. I mean, it's ridiculous. And he's not the only one. We have a lot of people out there that are just like him and who are actually more important people that are just like him who, for example, don't believe that the Holocaust even happened. You know, we have Ahmadinejad, the former president of Iran, who was out there attending events that were solely just to talk about how the Holocaust didn't happen. And that guy is in charge of a lot of people. We're not talking about one fatso sitting in front of his computer eating Doritos talking about whatever he wants. We're talking about someone who actually has a say in world politics, who has similar views, and it's sad to see that that's still around.
Look, his man boobs don't bother me a bit. Neither does his, physical aspect of him. What bothers me is his frame of mind, and this is what he has to say. I believe it was staged. I believe that no one was shot. He calls himself Joe Jinky online, by the way. It was all done by crisis actors, a bunch of liberals who got together at a closed-door old school, which was decommissioned prior to the day of the event. It was decommissioned for asbestos and mold. It has all kinds of issues, and the building was just being used for storage. You know, I've never been to Newtown, Connecticut. It sounds like he hasn't either. Sir, why don't you go take a look before you do this online? I want to point out, people from Franklin, Kentucky, vast majority are gentle, beautiful people. He is not indicative of this town, although, what a shame.
What a shame, and I want to see proof or the fact that these were actors. What about the other side? When he's asking for proof that it actually happened, I mean, what about proof that it didn't happen? So,
I mean, crazy-eyed Adam Lanza, the photos of him are so frightening if you look at this guy's face. And the allegations leveled against him, what he did, killing 20 children, allegedly, and 6 adults, shooting up an elementary school. These are not things to make these insensitive accusations toward, and especially not without substantial reasoning behind it. Instead of just being some kook that goes out on YouTube and says, well, this didn't happen and here's why, it looks like he would really, if you wanted to do some investigative journalism here, I'm all for investigating things that you want more information about, or maybe you don't believe aspects of, but for him to do this in his arrogance and posturing, that's what was offensive for me.
No, I completely agree with you.
Anyway, we'd love to know what you think at home about Joe Jinky taking a YouTube, wanting irrefutable proof that the shooting was real and not a conspiracy. He's offering up $25,000. I would love to see one of our viewers collect his 25 grand. Frankly, post those comments below about this story while you're at it. Be sure to check out the rest of our channel. And of course, subscribe to the Lib TV 2 for more.